This is the CGI of a dragon from Harry Potter 2005. And then we have this, the CGI from the Sandman this year. The Sandman is an adaptation of the graphic novel by Neil Gaiman and was said to have been years in the making. I knew nothing about the graphic novel, so I will be talking about the show itself and not comparing it to the graphic novel whatsoever. The show takes place across a few time periods as we follow our main character, Master of Dream, or also known as the Sandman or Morpheus. Dream is captured by cult leader Roderick Burgess by mistake and is mistaken for death, and his belongings are snatched from him. So, trapped inside an enclosed cage for a decade, it causes mass disruption towards the universal cycle, and hence spawned the 10-episode series. The first 5 episodes follows our journey as Dream tries to recover his belongings, and the last 5 deals with the ramification of disrupting the universe. For a 10-episode season, this show manages to pack a lot, and it's surprisingly well executed and flows really well. The flow could have quickly gone astray as there was so much happening in a 10-episode show, but they were able to keep it coherent at that, so kudos to that. The story itself is enthralling to watch and unfold on screen, and Neil Gaiman deserves praise for creating such an immersive and unique experience. These 2 aspects were enough for me to be engaged in the series and watch it in 2 days, but the more I attempted to process it, it kind of left a bad aftertaste. Let's first start with the CGI in this movie. It was not good. Okay, not as bad as the floating head in Thor Love and Thunder, which has now spawned the internet with memes. But still, it was terrible compared to Harry Potter. That shit was 17 years ago, and now we get this. With its mega budget apparently 50 million per episode, honestly it's kinda hard to believe. The saddest part is that it was at its best when the movie was grounded. Episode 5 and Episode 6 were some of my favorite episodes, and they were the ones that required the least amount of CGI and action. But it kept me engaged and on the edge the most. They were also the most heartfelt as they asked deeper philosophical questions like what if the world only spoke the truth and what it means to be alive and human, and I love those episodes. Another big problem I had with the show was the audience it was trying to reach. There were episodes where Dream ventures into hell. Hell, to me, is a disgrace in the show. To be honest, it looks like something out of a Disney ride. The demons look like something out of a Mickey Mouse castle. But then later on, the show doesn't hold back. You get fingers chopping and eyes gouging and neck stabbing. If you make something this graphic and then make hell look like a fairy tale castle, I'm sorry, I just don't quite understand that. And then there's this thing we all know about as woke and cancelled culture. I respect everyone, race, creed and all, but when someone goes overboard, I judge it by how it affects the product. No disrespect to anybody. This show, you can clearly see the writer in the room coming together and be like, we need to make a show that doesn't offend any gender identities, so let's have them sprinkled in every moment of the show. As I said, I have no problem with that at all, but when every scene tries to remind you of that, it just feels off and unnatural, dragging me out of the story. So, did I enjoy the Sandman? In a way, yes, but honestly, the more I think about it, this show just leaves a really bad aftertaste. So, I give this show a 6 out of 10. The Sandman is now on Netflix. All 10 episodes are ready to stream. If you're looking for something to watch on a rainy, stormy day like I had this week, I guess it's a fun binge to watch. Have you seen The Sandman? Do you plan to see it? And if you did, what did you think about it? Comment below and let me know. And subscribe for more travel tickets.